to my channel. It's your girl MyeshiaShantal. I'm back at it again with another YouTube video. If this is your first time, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button below and turn on those post notifications so you'll stay up to date whenever I post. But if you return, you're officially a part of the crew. What's good, what's popping? Y'all make sure y'all follow me on my social medias. It'll all be linked in the description below. Yeah, there's a glare in my glasses, but I'm like so blind that I really can't see without my glasses on. So y'all have to deal with the glare. But you can see my ring light and my glasses. That's what it is. Okay, so let me just come closer so you can't see my ring light. But another week in the life of a nursing student. This week I have my first exam in OB on tomorrow, so today I'm gonna be really studying majority of the day. I'm gonna try to edit this YouTube video. I finished up a lot of assignments on Saturday. What else? Oh, I have OB simulation, well, lab simulation on Thursday of this week, and that's it for now. Yeah, this week really not too stressful, except for, you know, the exam, but I take it tomorrow. So I've been preparing all weekend for this exam, so hopefully it goes very well tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoy this week in the life of a nursing student. Okay, y'all, so I just woke up from a nap probably like an hour ago, and I'm studying. You probably can't see it. Yeah, for my exam that I'm probably about to take once I finish studying these last few pages. So wish me luck. It is Wednesday morning. I'm headed to work. So I took my test yesterday, as you guys know, and we actually saw, what questions that we missed. I technically only missed 2 questions, but it marked my math questions wrong, which I know that I got those right because they were easy conversions from milligrams to micrograms, from micrograms to milligrams. So I know for sure I got those right. But you know, when you're taking a computerized test, if you don't put it in exactly the way that she set the answer up, it's automatically going to mark it wrong. So I think she may have put a space between the actual number and then the micrograms thingy, but I don't know for sure. So I ended up making, I know for a fact that I made I'm sorry, my camera is doing everything but staying in the spot that it's supposed to stay in. Let's see, okay. But I know for a fact that I got those 2 math questions right, and at this point I don't care what it's doing. So I think I end up making a 95 on my first exam for OB. Yes, you know, setting the standards. Honestly, I'm trying to get A's this semester. Like, I want to get A's in both of my classes this semester, OB and pediatrics, because it'll be my first time getting A's. Like, last semester I got an 89 and an 87. Kind of mad because I could have got A's in those classes, but that's beyond the story. But yeah, so I'm trying to get A's in these 2 classes, or at least one of my classes. So I'm trying to, you know, set the standards with the first exam. And the thing about this semester, usually like our junior year, we had 5 exams for each class. This semester, we only have 4 exams for each class. And so it's just like, okay, I have my second OB exam the end of this month. So I already took 2 exams in September, and then I have an exam in October and an exam in November. So it gives us like plenty of time to prepare for these exams. And it's not over so much material either. Like, our first exam was only over 4 chapters. And typically with our first exam for last year for fall and spring semester, it was over typically like 12 chapters, 10 to 12 chapters. So it's like a big difference our senior year. And you could just tell they want everyone to succeed. They want everyone to pass their classes, because we're literally in the final stretch of our nursing program. Even though like BS already happened, but it's just like, okay, if they made it this far, I know they can finish type of stuff. So yeah, pretty excited about that. But I'm heading to work. Today is gonna be a good day. No, today is gonna be a great day. Just gonna leave it at that, and speaking nothing but positivity and positive vibes to you guys, and I will see you guys. Hey y'all probably like, why it's so dark outside? It's nighttime. But I'm currently at Top Golf. This dude that I'm dating, his birthday is today and he wanted to go to Top Golf, so we're about to go to Top Golf on a Wednesday, middle of the week, just to celebrate his birthday. Actually, where's my phone? Friday, and I'm on my way to work. Hold on my windows because it's a little loud. But I'm on my way to work. Yesterday, when you guys saw me in my uniform, I was doing my OB lab simulation. We had 2 scenarios. The first scenario was basically a mother just delivered a baby. Literally, the baby came, like, we had a pretend doctor, which was our professor. She helped deliver the baby, and then there were 5 roles, maybe 6, I think, charting and documenting, the charge nurse, the primary nurse, the secondary nurse, and the newborn nurse, and the medication nurse. So it was actually 7 roles, but we only had 5 people, so one person had to do 2 roles. The first scenario, I was the medication nurse, and I had to give my patient morphine, and also I had to give the baby a vitamin K shot as well, and then had to put erythromycin ointment on the bottom of the eyelids. And what erythromycin ointment does is basically it protects the baby if the mother has any type of STI, specifically gonorrhea and chlamydia, because it can cause some neonatal conjunctivitis, which can cause the baby to be born blind. And so with every birth, the doctor doesn't risk it, and they just, put the cream on the bottom of the eye. So we ran through that scenario, and I was the medication nurse, and that scenario was pretty interesting. I mean, with our OB simulation, we didn't have any prep for it, so we didn't know what to expect. They just threw us in the simulation. We were in a simulation room. The mannequins can talk. They respond to you. Of course, someone is controlling the responses, but it's like a real life situation. And so that was pretty interesting. The first scenario was pretty interesting. Then after the first scenario, we had no idea that we were going to be checked off on postpartum assessment of the mother, and then the newborn assessment. Yeah, I mean, I passed both of them, but when I tell y'all, I winged that shit. I winged the hell out of that, especially the newborn assessment. The first time me looking at the newborn assessment was yesterday, the day of. It was just oh my gosh. But they were very helpful, very informative, the people that were checking us off. And then the second scenario consists of postpartum hemorrhaging. So after the mother had the baby's in another room with the mom. Well, the baby's in the other room, whatever. And so the mom is on the postpartum floor. And next thing you know, talking to the mom. Well, we had the same exact roles, but each person played a different role this time. This time, in the second scenario, my luck, I was a primary nurse. So it was just okay, Myeshia, now you have to get it together. But I actually like being the primary nurse, just because if y'all know me, and by the looks of the video, y'all think I'm an outspoken person, but I'm not really an outspoken person. I'm outspoken to my friends, but when it comes to other stuff, I don't say much, I just keep to myself. But it just brought me out of my shell, because I was leading the second part of the simulation. So I had to be on my P's and Q's and be ready to be thrown anything. And it just made me realize, Myeshia, you are meant to be a nurse. You that bitch, period. And so with the primary care nurse, I was, I said, I was just I'm her nurse. They're gonna come for me for anything. And so the patient said she was in pain. She was feeling a little dizzy. She feels wet down there. So when we checked her down there, she was bleeding. And then I asked, when was the last time this pad was changed? And she said 15 minutes ago. And so when you see that much blood 15 minutes ago, the first thing you think about is hemorrhaging, which is bleeding.
And so you want to phone the doctor immediately. You already know what medications that you got to give. You got to give Pitocin and methylphenidate stage 1. And so I phoned the doctor, told them the situation, and you have to also weigh the pad. The pad typically in the first stage of postpartum hemorrhaging is between 1,000 cc's of blood. So we weighed the pad, and say this car is an idiot, y'all. I'm sorry. So we had to weigh the pad, and once we weighed the pad, we realized, okay, she's in stage 1 and blase. And so I had to tell, like, I phoned the doctor. The doctor was like, give this medication. Told the medication nurse, hey, you need to go get this medication, that medication. And then, y'all, when I tell y'all, they spun us for a loop because they made it to stage 2. And so we had to give some more medication, and found out our patient did not have an IV. So we had to insert an IV because one of the medications is IV piggyback. And we were just like, okay, for some reason, someone told us, what the hell? Someone told us she had an IV. And I don't know who said it, but somebody said she had an IV. And so if we knew that she didn't have an IV while the medication nurse and the other nurse were getting her meds, me and the secondary nurse, we would have started her an IV. And then again, after the IV, the doctor said, oh, she needs a Foley. I'm just like, oh gosh. We were just hit for, I was like, I haven't did a Foley in like a year. And so, but yeah, the simulation was pretty interesting. I know I just talked for like 7 minutes about it, but it was like really fun. And I love like simulations because it just get to show you your nursing skills, like to help you actually think like a nurse. And yeah, and so we debriefed, and then our professor, she was asking us what what specialty we want to go into once we graduate. And of course I said ED, and she was like, I can see you working in the ED. I think that'd be a perfect fit for you. And I was like, oh shoot, that's just like confirmation, type of stuff, because they were able to assess our skills from behind the window, see what we're doing well, see what we need working on. And of course everybody needed to touch up on like medication administration, not like cracking under pressure as much as being confident in yourself, and then just like your assessment skills in general. But that's enough about the simulation. Also, I just want to let you guys know that I did get my final grade on my exam that I took on Tuesday. I actually ended up making a 95 on it. Super happy about that. Hard work does pay off. Studying pays off. But alrighty, well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll talk to you soon.